Yo, what's up guys, Max here, helping you guys level up your game, and in today's video I will teach you how to improve at endgame in arena mode or scrims in Fortnite. By the end of the video you guys will know exactly what you should do to have the best chances of placing higher and winning in some of the tougher endgames in Fortnite. However, if you don't stick around and watch until the very end of the video, you will struggle with endgames, and this will pretty much prevent you from being able to get points in arena mode and generally win in arena mode or scrims. Anyways, with that being said, let's jump straight into the video. So the first thing I'm actually going to be covering in today's video is the fact that you guys absolutely need to warm up before you actually start playing arena mode or scrims, and that is for obviously good reasons, because you need to make sure that your edits and aim is on point, because you guys will be playing against some of the top players that are obviously in your region. If you are at higher points, or if you're playing scrims, there's definitely going to be a lot of high skilled players in your game, so you need to absolutely make sure that you're hitting all your shots and never messing up builds or edits. So it's really crucial to actually warm up, maybe do a couple courses before you actually start playing. It usually helps me out to do a couple edit courses right before I start. I don't know what the routine is for you guys, however I'm sure by now that you guys have figured out a sort of warm-up routine if you have watched any of my previous videos, because I always cover how important the warm-up is, and trust me guys, it is absolutely necessary that you guys do warm up before playing. Anyways, into the second tip we go, and that is going to be playing zone wars. Playing zone wars is usually overlooked, however I still think that this is one of the best ways you can actually practice to get better at endgame without actually playing the endgame. And it basically, if you don't know what zone wars is a little map with 4 to 16 players is what I would suggest you guys actually play zone wars with. Usually always better to have a larger player count, because it just makes the whole thing more chaotic, and that is how endgame is actually played out in Fortnite, especially in scrims, because the high amount of players just leads to absolute chaos in the final zones. So it's always better to prepare for the worst, so make sure you guys get as many people in as possible into your zone wars maps, and I'll leave a good map in the description below. Absolutely love playing that one, and I do actually host it on stream every now and then, so make sure you guys subscribe with notifications on to never miss another stream, and you'll pretty much get a chance to play with me. This next tip I'm going to be talking to you guys about, it might be a bit controversial for some of you, however if you guys are actually looking to get better at arena mode, you should play scrims more often. And why I say this is because a lot of people are afraid of dropping points in arena mode, including me myself, and that's why you should just absolutely start playing scrims as soon as possible, as that will give you a higher chance of improving faster at end games, especially because first of all there is going to be a larger and higher skilled player count, and not only that, you'll also be able to experience stuff without getting tilted, as in arena mode when you do drop points it's very frustrating. You gotta work your way back up, and that's why a lot of people just absolutely sweat out arena, while others don't really care about it. It really depends on the type of person you are. However, I know that a lot of people do actually really care about how many points they have, and I think it personally doesn't really matter. However, I fall into the same category of people that do actually really care about their points, so maybe I'm not the one to talk about this. However, moving into the next tip, we're going to be talking about how important positioning and rotation is in the end game, so that you guys don't just get shot out, lose health, and obviously just die. And it's very important that you guys carry mobility, especially at this time in Fortnite. I can't see into the future, but season 10 is really poor for mobility, so I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of mobility items coming into the game in season 11 maybe. I'm not entirely sure. However, for the time being, you will just have to adapt to what is in the game right now, as Epic always tells us to. And it's absolutely necessary that if you guys do find launch pads or shockwaves, you do pick them up, because they're really important for endgame, as they allow you to reposition and just move to the next zones quicker. And what I recommend doing is actually using launch pads and shockwaves for zones 5 and 6. Those are the ones that really make you move about, maybe around 30 to 50 meters, maybe sometimes even more. And it's really important that you do use your rotation before you burn through all your mats, because materials are really important, as you might know, especially for the end game, because that's the place where a lot of people are going to be actually running out of mats if they haven't been blessed with the best rotation. So if you guys do have rotation on you, make sure you absolutely just abuse it. Another important tip that I sometimes completely forget about is the fact that you guys have to use hard mats in the end game. And what hard mats are is basically brick and metal, and they're called hard mats because obviously they have a lot more health than wood does, and it just gives you a lot more protection, especially when you are building your 1x1s and 1x2s in the end game. That's a very important time that you do use hard mats, because if you build your fort out of wood, first of all, people can kind of see where you're at through the wood, and that basically means that people could get easy heavy snipes on you, which you don't want that to happen, as you'll just get eliminated most of the time. And anyways, not only that, but people can also one shot your base with rockets, which is also not great. And finally, it's just better to use brick and metal, because if you do start getting spammed by ARs from obviously different directions, because people will spam you if you use wood, it's better not to burn through all your wood, and just instead of that, just use a couple of builds from your brick and metal. And also, never stand still in your box, because you can just get heavy sniped and then AR spammed, or maybe a rocket launcher and heavy sniped. There's a lot of variations, especially in team game modes, that you can actually get eliminated without even realizing it. And also, when you are doing the cone trick, which if you don't know what that is, it's basically sitting in your base and peeking through your cone. I'm sure you have seen a lot of people do this, because it's a crucial part of Fortnite games, especially if you've watched any comp before. So make sure you guys never stand still. Be very alert when you are even when you're in your own box. Always be alert. If you're in another person's box, get the hell out of there. I don't know what you're doing in there. That's something you should definitely not be doing. You'll get played, because people are really good at box fights. And that brings me on to the next point, actually. To be the best player in the end game, you need to be a strong box fighter, and how you can do that is by watching my how to get better at box fights video, and it will inform you enough about how you guys can improve your box fights. But of course, you are the ones that obviously hold accountable for like how you play, so I can't really play for you. My bad. But definitely watch that video. It will be in the cards right now. If you don't know what the cards are, it's basically the link in the top right. You would have probably seen it by now. But anyways, getting into the last few tips, a thing that you should be doing in the end game is beaming people when they are in the air. And what I mean by that is, when people are using launch pads to actually get across to the next zone, you guys shouldn't just be sitting in your 1x1. You should actively be looking up and finding different angles to actually get on people that are flying into the next zone, because those are freer limbs. You never know how weak the person gliding is, and that pretty much could give you free kills. And if you're low on HP, that will definitely matter, so make sure you guys do that. And finally, make sure you guys don't get too hungry for kills in the late game. Make sure your aggression is healthy, which basically means like whenever the person you're fighting is white, obviously push it if you are in a good position. However, otherwise, just leave the fight alone. You know, if you know you're getting greedy for kills, that's good, because obviously you've identified that. But the place where, you know, like, what separates good players from bad players is bad players don't know when to stop going for kills, and great players will obviously know what to do in the end game. So make sure you guys don't get too hungry for kills. I'm repeating it, but it's just so important, because a lot of people fall victim to this one thing, and it must be very disappointing to lose out on those crucial placement points in the end game. So make sure your aggression is sort of on a healthy level, so that you don't just throw and get killed in the last zones. So yeah, that about wraps up the video for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and if this video has helped you, make sure to leave a like and subscribe with notifications on to never miss another Fortnite tutorial. And with that being said, guys, I am out. Peace. Also, you might want to use the code MaxGamer7 in the item store and check out some of the videos up on the screen right now.